Today, I wanted to talk about something different. I thought I'd talk about the vague trap because I thought it was interesting and how when we ask ChatGPT questions, we often, if you use AI, we just say, give me a 5-letter word for something. That's terrible. Give me a 5-line love letter, for example, something like that. And the thing is with AI is they thrive on specificity. One question that I learned to ask ChatGPT is, this is my prompt, give me a 10 out of 10 one. And it comes up with a very, very, very specific one. And it's partly because I think it's the way LLMs are trained. They look for the specificity in the data. But it's interesting because when we make decisions, big decisions, we often ask, stuff like, will this be good for me? And that's a terrible question because what the hell does that even mean? What is good? What does that actually mean? And it's like, what will my future look like if I do this degree or if I try this job? And there is way more questions inside that question, to whack the stick, that could make it more useful. And it's the same with fear. It's like so many fears that we have, whether it comes to starting a social media or going up asking out a girl or doing whatever. I feel like those just come because we're so scared of a lot of the time it's just perception of what other people will think. I mean, we're very social species. I feel like this is something that comes up a lot. We fear what they will think. But then who is they? The more specific you get, the more you realise the fear means nothing. And then when it comes to this, like my first video has, I think, 0 views. My first lot of videos don't have very many, and this might even get 0. So, God knows, really. That fear might be unfounded, but then I heard something else the other day. It was like there are levels to the fear of perception. For every new level, there's another devil. I thought it's like you go from you post for the first time and you don't care anymore what people think of you because no one watches. But then as people do watch, bigger people do watch, does that change how you make content or things like that? And it becomes harder, and that's the next hurdle you need to get over. And does it ever end? Is there ever an end to this? And that's the question I feel is worth asking. Is there an end? I don't know. And to be honest, sometimes when I make these videos, I kind of hope there is no end. And those are challenges that get thrown at me and that I can take on. And sometimes I will jump the hurdle and sometimes I will fall back. And that's okay. It's difficult, and sometimes you don't even see the hurdle before it arrives, and you expect to live in a state where there's no problems, but that just doesn't ever come. The problems only get harder and more complex. And there are strategies to tackle those, obviously, but it's the illusion that once I get this, then I'll be happy, or then things will go well, and I don't know, can you ever really guarantee that?